welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast, where we are three moms that keep it real and get real and WTFs and...
Whoa.
Yeah, I butchered that one. And,
we get real. We are real.
And I don't know. What episode is this? Like the 146? And I still suck at the intro every time.
It's okay.
Thanks, Shannon. Kyle, stop looking at me like that.
We get real, stay real.
I don't know.
She was like, we real.
Honestly, I'm better at the exit.
Yes.
You
than
are
the intro.
very good at the...
I'm good at ending.
You are good at ending us.
But getting us started, so basically, I'm good at finishing, but I'm not good at foreplay.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's exactly where my head went.
Sorry. Poor Zach. No.
You're good at finishing.
Well, no.
Are you not good at foreplay?
I don't know.
Right
now I'm questioning myself. Am I good at foreplay, or am I just trying to finish?
Hey, did I give you that book?
End of the race.
That's not good.
You gave us a book.
I got Cheyenne and Zach a Kama Sutra book.
That's not good finishing the race.
I just said I don't know, Shannon. I'm going to go home and think about if I'm good at foreplay or not. Jesus. So,
sorry, I'm not thinking about it.
I have a question. Now that Valentine's Day is over.
It's over.
It's over. But I still want to talk about it. What were your guys' expectations going into Valentine's Day this year?
I don't know, because I don't think I ever really have any.
But you're dating someone.
I am dating someone. So, going into it, I expect...
She's like,
first, I expect you to ask me. Do you guys think it's fair? Do you think your man is supposed to ask you to be your Valentine?
Yes.
And how do you want them to ask you?
Told me on my Snapchat that I'm a petty brat because
not a petty brat.
I wanted Zach to ask me to be his Valentine.
I think that is so fair.
And they're like, you're his wife. It's given. And then I got hit with, it's leap year. You're supposed to ask him. What?
What does it mean?
I literally went back and said, can someone explain this to me? Am I slow? But I don't understand.
It's a leap year. We celebrate Rare Disease Day on February 29th. So that's what that is. Valentine's Day, though, I do think that Zach should ask you, because that is like part of your love language. Like, and these are things that like have brought you guys and kept you guys together in like that romantic sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're married and you guys have kids, like work, it's easy to just like keep going. Like you need that intention and that spice.
I brought it to
life.
my Snap. I asked Snap for my other married people or people in long-term relationships, do you expect your partner to ask you to be their Valentine's? And I got so many mixed answers. One person said, my husband does not celebrate Valentine's Day. And I wrote her back and said, return to sender. Return to sender.
But does that mean he's not romantic throughout the rest of the year?
I didn't ask.
You just return.
I'm just stuck on that one day.
Cheyenne said, this is my day.
Yeah. But another lady said, like, my husband asks me every year, and it keeps, like, our spark.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good
playful
spark to have.
You want that romance.
One of the best responses I got was, Shy, you're not in 4th grade. I said that I was going to leave Zach a note that said, like, we've been my Valentine's, check the box. They told me.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
I didn't. You didn't.
I mean, I did ask him, but not in that way.
Aw. Or is it our responsibility if we really want them to ask?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not asking any
I'm not asking. But no, I feel
Will
like
you be my Valentine?
I think it's a cute thing. Yeah, no, we're not in 4th grade. But yes, I think it's a cute spark to keep going. Like to send like, hey babe, will you be my Valentine? I think that's so cute.
Here, baby,
So
here's some flowers.
Did your friend, did he ask you?
Me? Not the way I wanted it to be asked, but yes.
Yeah.
How do you want to be asked? So next year I can
Next
plant
year,
the seeds.
Plant the seed. Maybe I should send more hints. Like, hey, look at how they did this. Look how.
So what would be your ideal ask?
I don't know. I think my dream ask, like, I just want rose petals every fucking where.
Okay.
I think that's how I want to be asked.
just rose petals
rose
everywhere.
petals, and then like
Like a little
will you be mine?
on the bed.
Yeah, on
with
the
rose
bed,
petals.
so I can crumble this.
I think that it's good
I
to know
think-
what you want.
Yeah, I think that's what I want. I want like those little, or like if like, will you like a little note like,
Just
yes,
something.
circle yes or no.
Yeah.
Like be simple, cute, like be funny. Like
I think it's the thought that
it's
is
a thought
put
that counts.
behind
And
it.
just no
If
matter
you're
what
putting
the action
thought-
is, the fact that there's effort there,
Mm-hmm.
it's welcomed.
any effort is welcomed with
Yeah.
me. If you're just putting effort and just showing me that you want to be my Valentine, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll be your motherfucking
So
Valentine.
when you weren't asked the way that you would have wanted to be asked, did you voice that, or did you just let it go?
Sorry, this is hard because it didn't happen.
Oh, I thought he really did ask
No,
you.
he didn't ask me.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Take it back. No, but because he didn't ask me. I asked. I said, "So are we gonna be Valentines?
Shannon's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Oh, okay, I get
if
it
we're
now.
being real,
So you said, "What's up?
what's up? What's happening, bro?
Are we Valentines or not?"
It's the week is approaching.
It's coming."
So what did he say?
And he didn't really say anything.
Oh, Shannon.
So I'm waiting. Ouch.
Oh my God, I can't be next.
Do you want to switch?
Like, fuck.
Maybe. I'm so sorry.
This is
You
not
can
your
lean on
punching
me.
bag.
God damn it. Sorry.
Look at Kyle's
My
face.
arms are still sore. Okay. How long ago did you ask?
Yesterday.
Shannon's laugh right now is so great.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
So we're, it's approaching.
Yesterday.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's gonna work out.
It's gonna.
How does it work at your guys' kids' schools? Are you allowed to bring stuff?
We're making stuff. They haven't told us anything.
Last year, no.
Really?
Last
the
year,
school says like
The-
no.
There's some schools that don't allow
Because
things
now-
because of COVID, but now I feel like they
Oh.
do.
I think it's uplifted.
Last year we were allowed to bring stuff, but before that we weren't allowed to bring stuff.
I think this year Parker was telling me that you pick a name
Oh.
and you so he keeps saying, "Mom, I hope I pick my own name so I can be my own Valentine."
Oh my God.
I'm like, little boy. He's like, I don't want to pick a girl
Oh, meanwhile.
and all these other things. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, come
Writer
on.
school, you have to bring it for
Everyone.
everyone, and
Yeah.
it's like 60 kids. I'm like, we can't just do it for her class. Like, just this class, just a little
Oh,
C
so you have
class.
to-
Oh.
It's like if you get something for one kid, you have to get it for
everyone.
everybody because the
I would
classes are
hope that
so
they
like
do it by,
intertwined.
classroom. That's like-
Pressure.
Oh, and these parents show
That's
off.
that's what I
They
was just gonna say.
Gave- for Halloween, there was one mom who gave out like workbooks, like Halloween, like
Parents,
drawing books.
Can we
and
stop?
I was like, I gave out like little Tootsie Roll things. and-
Right, and I feel
What
like
happened to going to the 99-cent store to
No.
get Valentine's
They
Day
get,
cards?
like, slap bracelets and like
With their
real
names on
slinky.
it.
Yes, so I can't lie. This year I
Customized.
did look on Etsy. Like I'm about to like get writers class. Like I saw this tic-tac-toe thing, and then
Yeah.
it would be like from Writer on the bottom, and it was like
But
Happy
don't
Valentine's
you
Day
feel
at the
like
top.
That's pressure.
And then I was like, I'm not getting this. I'm not
Yeah.
to. So I went to the grocery store and got Fun Dips
yeah.
and spent like $20 as opposed to spending like $200. I was like, why would I do this? I'm not doing this. Stop it. But it was like a real like thing with myself. I'm like, I cannot try to keep up with these other moms.
And
Yes.
that's what it is. It's
Yes.
such, I feel like with those type of things, like with Valentine's Day and like you said, Halloween, like you're trying to keep up. Like you're trying to,
can't.
but you can't, like sometimes you just have to throw them, like, I'm just going to buy you little heart candies.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all?
What happened to the kids writing their names on it? Like it
On those
sounds
little
like
paper
Those
things
things
It
are
sounds like-
gone. I feel like those are
Those
like,
were the perfect things to, like, that's what I used to do, write my name on each little.
yeah.
Y'all, I feel like this is some LA stuff. Please let us know what is happening in your city, at your schools, with your
What are the
kids.
expectations?
Because Boz and I, we're going to go find those rip apart, fold in half, to
Let me
so-and-so
know.
from Boz. He came home the other day talking about, Mom, I got to tell you something. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, I have a crush. And I said, huh? And I know the little girl. She's adorable. She's so sweet. They always talk to each other. I see the dad pick her up every day. I've met his wife, I think, like at one event. But Boz was like, I'm going to marry her. And I literally read, what is going on? And he's like, I got to get something special for her for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
And I'm thinking,
Oh, no.
who have you been talking to? Like, who's telling you these things? Like,
Who's telling you got to buy her something?
It's the right thing to do, but I'm just like, you're also 5. So he asked me not to tell grandma. He asked me not to tell auntie. He like had this whole list. Don't tell my dad. And I was like, I can't tell them that you have a crush. And he was like, I might feel a little embarrassed if they knew. Aww. And I said, pause. What does embarrassed mean to you? Like we had this long conversation. So this weekend, or last weekend for his dad's birthday is Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. So his dad is coming to.
His dad came.
Sorry.
By the time this airs,
I know it's Valentine.
Yeah.
So, it was perfect.
Us.
Yeah, it was perfect because Boz has really been missing his dad, and his dad's birthday is Valentine's Day. So, we all made little cards together for his classmates. And yeah.
You mean with the dad?
Yes, with homie.
With homie.
How have you guys been? I feel like we haven't talked about like your co-parenting or any like updates of like personal life between you and Mez in a while.
I think I've gotten a lot better at like what are my boundaries and like what do I
like with him?
With him.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you give an example?
In terms of updates, like there's not much to say. Like I'm out here dealing with the boys every day. Mm-hmm. He's in DC. They talk on the phone, but in terms of parenting, like it's on me. Like I parent full time. Mm-hmm. I'm the one making decisions. But it's, I do my best to keep it peaceful. He does his best to keep it peaceful. But yeah, there's not much to say.
Do you feel like because of like what's happened and with you putting up boundaries, I guess the question is with putting up your boundaries, did you also lower your expectations?
That's a good question.
I wouldn't say I lowered my expectations because I will always have expectations for my children's father. Mm-hmm. And like those expectations are not going to be lowered because I don't necessarily like have to be with this person. I don't want to be in a relationship with this person, but I do share children with him. Mm-hmm. So I expect him to be great in life because we still have 2 children who are going to be shaped, molded, and want to, imitate their parents or live up to their, what are we doing? We set that precedent. We are their first role models.
Yeah.
So there's times where Boss says little things about like dads and I'm like, I don't like, it rubs me the wrong way and it hurts my feelings because I'm like, oh, that's not the sentiment I want you to have like as a child about fatherhood. But then Boz will be playing with Ryder and he's like, oh, I'm going to play the dad. He's like, I've got 2 kids, and I'll be like, oh, you're gonna be the dad, and he's like, yeah, I can't wait to be a dad in real life. Like, I'm gonna enjoy my kids. So it's one of those things where Boz will be like, yeah, sometimes dads just suck, but then he's like, I'm gonna be a great dad. Yeah, and
he told me last night when he was at the house, he had said something before, and then I said, what'd you say? Because I when he like kind of said something, and then you're like, what did you say? And he kind of got all weird about it. I'm like, I just want to know what you said. Like, you're not in trouble. And he was like, I said that I have a dad, but I don't see him. Mm-hmm. And I tried to clean it up. Like, well, you just saw him, and make it sound better. In my head, I'm thinking, like,
we can't do that
like,
sometimes.
Fuck. Like,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You do have a dad. And I think it's almost... it has to be confusing that you see him, you're FaceTiming him, but you're not here. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that Boz is getting older and he's starting to ask more questions. He's starting to realize things more and he's starting to look around
and feel
and see like, okay, wait. there's dads in this room, you know?
Yes.
And then kids talk. I think it's probably at the age where kids
Yeah.
are talking. And
vocal. To be honest, I'm so grateful for Ryder. She's such a lovely niece, and she's a great older cousin to Boz, because they've had conversations where Boz talks about, you know, like, everyone has a dad here except for me. Like, I don't have an LA dad. That's what he calls it. He's like, I have a DC dad. I don't have an LA dad. And Boz will sometimes look at me and be like, Mom, can you not only get me a sister?
Him and his sister.
He's stuck on the sister, but lately he's been like, hey, we need a second dad. And like, to me, I'm just like, oh my God, like, what do I do? It almost puts pressure on me to open myself up to dating and just being open to dating. Yeah. But in the meantime, like, you know, dating is nice, but I'm just really honing in on like making sure that we have a great community around us. Like, we have great fathers, grandfathers, we've got uncles, like, we've got extended, like, there's even some of my friends who are like, hey, like, I see what you're doing. Are there ways that I can be supportive? Like, I'll take the kids to the park one day. Like, I know you won't let me pick them up and drop them off, but like, I'll meet you there. We can go shoot the basketball. I'll go ride scooters or do bikes with them. And I'm like, you know, I appreciate the males that I have in your life, because
I think that's important.
I really liked your answer to the setting up boundaries, but when I asked you if you lowered your expectations, I liked that you
said no.
Yeah.
I
because to me the easier answer is to say I did lower my expectations.
It would make me feel better in those moments. It would make you feel better. But that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Like,
that's not who you are. You're not gonna lower because somebody else is not.
Because they would like to stay where they are, you know? And I pray that he overcomes this hurdle and is able to show up more in real life for his children. Because they need it and they miss him. And Boz is very vocal about it now. He is very observant. And like you guys said, kids talk. But back to Ryder. They were having this conversation, and Ryder was like, you know what, Boz, I don't always see my dad either. And she's like, but it's okay. And then she said, and guess what? Sometimes he goes to film The Challenge, and he'll be gone for 2 years. And Boz was like, 2 years? And I was like, but they had this whole moment together, and it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, circumstances, is it what I want? No. However, like, I'm able to take all the blessings from it. And
we deal with the cards that were dealt. And also the cards that we kind of dealt ourselves.
Wild card. Why?
That's what it is.
So
like,
real.
That's how I think about it. The days where I'm like, I'm looking at Ryder and all I can see is Corey. And
like, this is...
and then, you know, maybe my day's not working how I need it to work, or maybe I check my bank account and it's not doing what it needs to do that day, or
bill day just
whatever it is, or Corey sends a message and I'm looking at the phone like, what? Like, it's those days where I'm like, okay, like,
this is
sit in this, because you also got here via the choices that you made. And
you have to figure
those out. The choices that I made put me in this position, whether that's a positive thing or a negative thing on those days. And some days you have to sit in that. Like, you have to almost like soak into that moment of like, I'm here because I put myself here. And how am I now going to either get myself up and out of this funk, but also look myself in the mirror and realize, like, nobody did this but you.
That is so real.
And I think that's part of the growth, like, in accepting that responsibility.
You know,
so it's
definitely.
I'm not gonna lower my expectations for homie. Like, I never will.
No.
You know, no matter how frustrating it might only just be to me. You know, and there's times where Mom sees it and she'll be like, why are you beating yourself up? And it's like, I'm not beating myself up anymore. Like, when I say boundaries, like, even with myself, how I react or I respond to something, it's completely changed. I've gotten better, I think, at communicating myself in certain ways of like, hey, you know what? I love this, but this isn't working. Like, we need to change this. Finding the words to talk to boss, you know? So it's...
I think co-parenting, all it ever is every day is a new day. And every day is a new question or a new problem or a new situation. And it just evolves over time. Like, the way that I co-parented 3 years ago is so different than how I co-parent now. Or the way I co-parent this year versus last year is different. The way I co-parent being married versus unmarried is different. The way I co-parent when we live 30 minutes away versus now we live 5 minutes away is different. Like, it's just always evolving and evolving, but it's like, how do you handle the evolution of it? You know what I mean? Like, how do you grow with it?
You have I feel like it's such a hard growth sometimes, but you have to do it. And I feel like as the main, I know there's another word, but I'm going to say main parent, that is primary parent, I feel like you have to suck it up sometimes and like live in it, learn from, like, let me bring myself out of that drowning moment and let me present you what I need from you at the moment. And while we are evolving every step, every month, 2 months, I feel like every moment chapter is a different chapter. Whether that's every week, weekly, monthly, year, like.
And I think for me, one of the biggest things that I had to learn within co-parenting was it's okay to ask for help. I feel like the way that I got in my situation when I did this, once I knew I was pregnant, it was like, this is my baby. I could care less who the dad is. Like, and that was just my thought process of like, this is my child. I'm going to do everything in my power to take care of my child. I'm never going to have to ask anyone to buy her diapers or to feed her or to clothe her. I'm going to figure it out to where I can do it. So when Corey and I did figure everything out and we started co-parenting, it was weird dynamics because I'm like, I've always made all the decisions. I've always handled everything. And he's looking at me like, let me help you.
Yeah, let me do.
And then it was like, okay, I have to realize there's another person here now who equally wants to share the same responsibilities, but how do I release those? So that took years to learn. And then there was one day where at the time Ryder was enrolled in like ballet, gymnastics, music, this other class, and school. And there was
school.
And then I swear Corey was like, hey, I was like, what's up? He's like, you know I have money too. And I was like, huh? And he's like, why don't you ask me to like split classes or help you pay for things? And I kind of, at the time, I don't think my response was good because to me it's like, well, you see she's in the class.
So send me or do the thing.
You know, like pay.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to ask. But then I had to realize the way his mind is different to where it's like, we ended up having a really frank conversation about finances to where he's like, I don't like to pay little things at a time. Like, I want to pay for the whole thing at once and be done with it. So then it made me realize, okay, I have to
get a chunk from you.
I have to get a chunk. No, I'm dead. Like, I realized, like, okay, it's the way he handles his money and the way he thinks about things. He'd rather just pay it all at once. Like,
get it done with.
Get it done with. So
here's the insurance for the year versus paying monthly.
We split Ryder's health insurance. He pays 6 months. I pay 6 months. So instead of me having to say every month, hey, her insurance is due, he's like, tell me what the price is for all chunk. 6 months and don't talk to me about this insurance for 6 months. And there's your chunk. There's your half. And I realized, okay, he works better like this, where I would have been silent and kept paying for it because in my head I made the decision to have her. So I have so much pride.
Yes, I was just gonna say.
I had too much pride, and once I realized, he said, "Girl, I got some money over here too." I was like, "Fuck this pride! Give me help me."
I think that's so right. That's a big part. That's a big part of co-parenting is acknowledging to put aside your pride, because I feel like that happened to me where I have so much pride and I work my ass off. I got this. I got me and Parker.
Yeah.
But I also have to realize his dad, kind of like Corey, is just sitting there like, girl, like, and then I'm complaining like, you're not helping me with so-and-so. So you see all this shit that your son does, but you're not paying. But then it's about me communicating like, hey, this is what it costs. This is here's the receipt.
Yes.
And then he's like, okay, I can help with that. It's my pride of, I got Parker, I got this, I do so many things. But I have to learn, I've been learning to communicating with him like, hey, this is what is happening this month.
Yeah.
So this is this expense, this is that, this is this. What are you going to help me with?
Yes.
What are you coming with this month? This is, and I also coming this year, I'm like, I'm done with my pride. And here, this is what I need from you from month to month and whatever, so-and-so.
I'm proud of you.
So it's just like,
don't let your pride
get in the way of your co-parenting, because
I've
can
done it plenty of times.
And I've done it so many times, and it can get you into a rut. It can make you feel alone in the whole co-parenting situation.
And I think the worst feeling that you can have in co-parenting is resentment.
Yeah.
You don't, to me, I just feel like I would hate to resent the man that is my child's father. Like, I would hate that feeling. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's not a fun one.
It's not.
I feel like
that is not a good feeling, because you love what you've created
with them. Yeah.
But I hate you. I just think that is just a feeling that I personally couldn't sit well with it. So I feel like when people always ask, how do you guys co-parent so well? Because I genuinely, I have to co-parent well to feel good about like myself and to feel happy like in my everyday life. Like, I really think maybe it's because I'm not like a super confrontational person, or maybe it's because I'm a Libra. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, I have to feel good in how my personal relationships are. Like, if me and Zach are fighting, my whole day is ruined. Like, there's nothing that I can get done that day.
And she's mean to everyone.
It's over.
That's what it is.
If Corey and I have a disagreement,
that's how I am.
That's how I am too.
If we have a disagreement, we have learned that we have to have that disagreement and solve it and figure out in the same conversation, because I don't know how to carry that to another day. I'm looking like the house is on fire.
The same way. I hold it in.
And then you see them and they're not mad anymore. And they're skipping.
You are mad.
And you're like, I'm still pissed from 3 weeks ago.
That resonated really, like, because I feel like that's how I am. I don't work well with confrontation. And no matter, like, me and Robert haven't always been in the best space. We've really, maybe a few months ago, like, we really weren't in a good space. But I will say I handled things with the light of God. I feel like with me having my faith and just talking to God about, like, please help me heal from my hurt, because I have to learn how to co-parent with this person, even though if I despise this man, hate him at the moment, hate how he treats me, or whatever the case may be, I can't work like that. I have to internally forgive him with my heart, my forgiving heart, even though if I'm not happy, like, even though that I am not okay with how you treated me and all these things, I have to forgive you so I can move in a better light.
Yeah.
I have to move better with the co-parenting, with things. Maybe we're not going to talk to you for a moment, but we have to move on. So I'm happy in my space now that we are in a better light so that we can, like, move in a
Do you think him getting married changed how you guys co-parent? Or help anyway?
I don't know. Leading up to his marriage, that's where a lot of where I was like, yo, we really need to see eye to eye on things. We need to figure this out. I know I'm resenting you right now, and I don't want to deal with you at all.
Yeah.
But we need to figure this out. You're about to have a whole family, like a whole new dynamic. So I think maybe that has played a part into our healing and learning process of like better communication, better things. It could play a part. I still I'm still holding my expectation higher. Yeah. Because I still deserve, and Parker still deserves more. But I feel like things have gotten better. So maybe it does play a part. Maybe him having a wife.
Girl, I hope so, because I be praying that a godly, family-oriented woman falls in love with Messier and he falls in love with her.
I'm sorry.
I'm praying.
I pictured her in my head, and it was funny. I don't know why.
I'm praying for his counterpart.
Yeah,
because
that's real.
There's still elements where it's like, I know where you come from. Like, I know what this means to you. Like, I had to learn how to release my resentment because I still know that this man wants to be a father to his children.
Well,
I had to get over my feelings and separate things where it's like, actually, I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad that I made these decisions and I'm eating my shit now. You know, like those
I'm
days.
Sitting in it.
I'm sitting in it. Yeah. And it's, you're not in the shit, but you're dealing with a whole other shit show. And
I'm sure he has his resentments and feelings.
It's not easy.
Guilt and
all those things.
It's a whole other thing. But I be praying for that woman, y'all, because
that's a game changer when they have a good woman, solid woman. I swear it's a game changer.
Who's like,
I pray for Taylor.
Go pick up those kids.
Man,
I pray for my girl all the time.
I pray for Taylor too.
And I'm like, don't ever leave him. Please let Taylor and Corey never leave each other, because Taylor has grown. Ryder's known Taylor since she's a baby. As long as Corey has known Ryder, Taylor has known Ryder basically.
Like, I like that.
Maybe like a few months that were shy, but
I've been getting called Taylor for years now, and I'm like, I wear the name proud when Ryder's like, hey, Taylor, and I'm like, yes.
That is Ryder's second mom. Yes. That is Ryder's bonus mom. That is Ryder's mom at her dad's house.
Yes.
And I think that recently, so when Corey goes to the challenge, Taylor and I communicate a lot because we have to. We want to make sure that the girls stay close. We
Ryder be on FaceTime with Taylor.
Because Ryder wants to call Tay about something, or I didn't do the hair correctly, so call Taylor, or, whatever it is. So we always talked a lot when he did the challenge, but this year I would say more, she's like, okay, well, there's certain things that you want to get done. Come to me so we can get them done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she's opening the door. Let me walk in it,
Let me,
follow.
Let me follow through, because I'll tell Corey something, and I swear he's listening. Like, it looks like he's listening. And then
he's like,
I swear, and then it just doesn't happen. And I'm like, bro, what happened? He's like, oh yeah. And Taylor's like, you should have told me. I told you.
I told you to tell me.
So recently, like, Ryder's back on like her medication. So normally I would send Corey the rules and how to do everything, and I still did, but I send it to her also
to
and
make
she's
sure.
Like, thank you for sending this to me, because I probably wouldn't have known.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'll send her certain things, like when it comes to clothing or cheer or personal things with Ryder and stuff like that. And she's always super receptive to what I have to say, and I'm receptive to what she has to say. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful for that bridge. Like, I'm thankful that we can not only have a conversation, but have a positive conversation.
Yeah.
That I can call, that I can say, oh, that's my friend. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's outside
I can't wait
of
to
your
get
relationship.
to that point with Robert's new wife.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that will make it even more and more comfortable for me.
Yeah.
Just in the whole dynamic of family. So I love that you guys have
and
that.
it's not easy. I mean, Taylor and I have had to really sit and have uncomfortable conversations before and answer uncomfortable questions and look at each other in the eye and say things that were uncomfortable as fuck.
Yeah.
And then move.
I've been there
and
for
then
some
move
of
past it.
Yeah.
And then figure out, okay, what is the best thing for all of our kids?
Yes.
And the kid that we share together. Because we share, me and her, we share Ryder.
Yeah.
And, you know, what am I going to do? Can I be stuck on things that happened 20 years ago or 15 years ago? Or are we going to move past and figure out how the best way that we're going to raise our babies? Yeah. So as long as, you know, Robert or Messier or Corey or they have like a woman that has the same goal of let's raise these kids in the best way possible, then you're winning.
Yeah, I agree. And it's, you know.
To my good sis out there. Please go. I don't know your name.
We don't know what you look like.
I don't know what you look like. I know you got a bomb-ass career and you come from a solid family.
Amen.
But I just need you to know I'll be praying for you.
I'll be praying for you. You're in my prayers.
You're in my prayers. I don't know you yet, but I pray for you.
If you need some tips, if you need info,
I got you.
Do you guys pray for your husbands?
Oh, girl,
yes,
every day to the point where I'm like, oh shit, I think I'm getting closer. Y'all, since I opened this door back up of dating,
I think you're getting closer to a husband?
I've gotten a lot sharper at being like, either this is a fast yes, a quick no, or no, this is a quick no, like abort mission, ASAP.
Not abort mission.
Oh my God. Not you saying, I think I'm getting closer.
Oh, no.
You feel him?
Okay, well, so I did meet someone.
Okay.
And it was like, you know how Mom and Dave are always like, it should just be easy. Like, things should just like flow and conversation and feel.
And it's flowing?
Yeah.
I went to the crazy thing is, it just happened like recently, but I went to this pre-Grammy event and I met someone and it was just like, that night, I had no idea what was going on, but...
So that night you felt the feeling, right? Or the next night?
Well, normally when people, like, ask me for my number, I'm very, like, hesitant.
Okay.
Why? Because people are crazy.
Okay.
And...
You don't like giving out your number?
No, I don't like giving out my number.
So what do you give out?
Either like I'll take their information.
I thought she was about to say my email.
Because I have. That was like a running. That was like a joke. I'd be like, oh, I'll give you my email because it's like if you really want to contact me, you're gonna put that energy in. Like I didn't want to just.
But what's the difference of the email and a text?
People call.
Oh, okay. All right.
Surprise FaceTime. And
okay,
I'm like,
all right. Let's go back to the pre-Grammy
why are you
night.
bugging me?
Did
like
you
that's
give
how
the
I feel.
man your number?
I gave him my number, and we've been talking, and we hung out, and I was like, you could be my man. So that's how I felt.
My man, or you could be my husband.
My husband, and he's been like on this. I'm, preparing for my wife. I don't know what his thoughts are. I could be completely delusional too right now.
Okay,
but it was like,
are you Delulu?
No.
Real life?
No. This is real life. Before I've been in like Delulu moments where I'm like, oh, I'm being Delulu, but now I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting closer because it's like real.
But did he vocalize that he's looking for a wife or preparing for a wife?
He's been very clear about his intentions and what he
intentions with
wants.
you or intentions just in life?
General.
In general and with me.
Wow.
Already since Grammys?
This was before Grammys.
Oh, okay.
And it's been a few weeks.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. Here I am being crazy, y'all. No, but it's
hey, love is love.
Love is love.
Hey, I believe in love at first sight.
It's one of those.
I think from the second that you see that person, you're like, you're mine.
And normally, like, I think y'all could attest to this. Like, I can meet someone and be like, oh, I like this person, but not see them in real life or, like, hang out with them for months on end.
Yes.
Just because I'm like, do I really?
But you also fall really quick.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Really hard, and then you're like,
and then
I hate them.
I don't like him anymore. And I'm like, what?
What happened? We just married.
Exchanged vows and oaths and rings. And now we don't
that
like
happened only one time.
No, Kyle.
you fall in love quick. It's okay.
You fall quick. It is okay.
It's okay to fall quick.
It's been a while since I've been like, oh, I like someone like this. Oh, okay. You guys are laughing because of the farming pilot, but like,
you just like somebody.
That was a year ago almost.
That was back in. I
June.
wasn't there.
I think
like
you're
May,
Delulu right
June.
now.
No.
I don't want to be a mean friend.
No, you guys.
I don't want to be a mean friend.
No, that was last summer.
But wasn't there somebody else just recently? No. Okay.
I was talking to someone, but
Okay.
it wasn't like.
But you weren't feeling this feeling that you're feeling now.
No. It's like one
That
of those
we're
things
closer
where,
to
like,
a husband.
Closer to a husband, where it's like
We're not getting rings yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, good.
I'm trying to like.
Because last time we got a ring.
And I was like, why is this ring in my possession?
Yeah, you FaceTime me said, Shannon, I got a ring. And
I was like, I don't know what's going on. My friends were like,
Bro.
but are you legally or not?
When
married?
I heard there was an oath that was made, I was like,
won't
are we
lie,
on Game of Thrones? What is
Guys,
happening?
When I first
I'm
started
starting
dating
to sweat.
When I first started dating my boo, he gave me a chain. I never
remember that.
and I had it.
I remember being like, Shannon, where'd that chain come from? And she was
I
like,
think I remember the chain.
You remember the chain, but yeah, I mean, I'm
it's
not
still
mad at
on.
it.
Oh my god.
No, but it was when I say I'm getting closer, like I just feel like the way I feel or the way people are handling me versus
How are they handling you, girl?
do you
in
think
terms of like
do you
what
think
I
that-
want and I would like for myself. Like,
do you think that
Yes.
okay, him versus let's say the last two guys that you've had any
Dated
interest in
or
or dated
yeah.
or whatever, does this one feel different than the other two?
I think he's more my speed.
Okay.
I think in terms of like interest, like he's an artist. There's a lot of like
Oh, I never.
crossovers.
So he's artsy.
He's very
I love
artsy.
an artsy man for you.
Love an
I
artsy
love
man.
an artsy man for you.
Love an artsy
I don't
man.
see you.
I don't see you with a farmer.
I'm.
Just
I
kidding.
still
I
see
see
you
you
with
with
the
the
farmer.
see myself.
I see you with a
I
farmer.
see myself
but I see,
on a farm.
I don't see you.
But I see you with an
with
artsy man.
I don't see you with an athlete.
I'm not attracted to athletes in that sense.
And you have two
I have
boys
boys
by
by
one. I would never have picked him out in a lineup for you.
Me either, and that's the
But
crazy thing because I was
you
dodging
and-
athletes for a long time.
You and artsy would be great.
because I'm tall. They were like, "You tall," and I'd be
I
like,
think artsy is your speed.
It
It's
is
my
your speed
speed.
because you are very artsy and eclectic and
quirky.
quirky. I
and
like
just
that.
like it
I've
was
always
just a
said you
different
need to be with
conversation.
somebody that likes your quirks.
Yes,
And that brings out your
Your
quirkiness
quirks, yes.
even more. Because I've seen you be with people and you've kind of like,
I did myself.
yeah, like you kind
I
of like
like-
sit back
You know that Homer
and you like
Simpson,
don't
like-
show your quirkiness. And I'm like, this isn't even who she is. Like,
You're
when
like,
you
"That's not
really
my
get to know
sister."
her.
No, this is.
And then
like,
I've seen you be with other people where like you've gotten to like show that you're
Who
like
I
a
am.
twiddler, you know, like
Yeah.
not twiddler, but like a tinker. Like she's she
Sure
flies
am.
everywhere. And she's I'm like, girl, what?
Yeah.
Like even I don't know, seeing you in certain spaces, I see how you move
You know what I
depending
feel?
on your comfortability.
I know you feel this way. I know how mom feels. I hear Dave. I hear Dad. I hear what Nana says
about what?
just like how you want to see me versus like
Flourish.
just being myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
thriving,
They want to
flourishing
see you
versus
in
like
your
dimming down
Yeah.
or like being reserved. The reason why I say I'm getting closer is because I, for one, have gotten a lot more comfortable with myself.
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Think in me leaving my last situation and like trying to do all this work on myself as well, it is like I have a pretty solid idea of now like what I want or like who I
you
want to
are.
be, what kind of family I want, what lifestyle I want, what kind of environments I want to be around. So I've really been like praying and asking, not just praying on it, but like asking like this is what I am calling on you for in my life. And those things are happening. So I know I was Delulu last summer and had my farming pilot moment,
We loved it.
which
for you.
it was fun, but I also learned, girl, these manifestations, you gotta be careful with
You
what
have
you
to-
ask
I was
for at
ready
times.
to check her into the loony bin
Yeah,
during the
that's
farming
scared.
pilot.
That
Did
was
anyone
wild.
else get worried?
I
but
think
me?
a lot of everybody was
What is
worried.
happening?
They were worried.
Everyone was worried.
It was great though, because I was here to receive it too, but I also think I was like, let me talk about it because I knew that I was in a weird, just came out of this whole situation. I'm mentally fucked right now.
I think that it's great that you feel like you are at a place where you know who you are, you're getting to know who you are, you're comfortable in who you are.
I think it's embracing. I've always known who I am. It's just
embracing that you're getting closer to your husband. I think that
it's coming.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for a wedding.
They keep getting the people that know what it is.
Where are we going for your wedding?
I haven't told you where I want to get married.
Like it's like a mountain in Africa.
I would like to get married at the Mount Kenya Safari Club. It's on the equator. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. This
will be a long ass flight.
Yeah,
Where your pass?
It's like a 22-hour flight.
Where your pass?
You're gonna swell on this one.
We all need some compression stockings.
Flying to Africa is a journey.
Yeah. So no, I do want to get married in Kenya. But yeah,
what was that?
It's coming.
I hope your husband got some money. I'm just gonna put it out there now.
That's another prayer.
I hope your husband comes.
Oh,
with
that
some
was
money.
like the first prayer. Like
he's a wealthy husband.
Yeah, because
look at her. She said,
"Yeah."
Not even like a wealthy. I want him to be financially responsible. Like
no, I want him to have.
Money. He needs bank, but he needs to be.
Girl, you're trying to go get married on a mountain in Africa. Like
it's not on a mountain.
Well, and I already know the kind of experience.
It's the William Holden Safari Club. It's beautiful, girl. It's gorgeous.
What if he says, I don't want to get married in Africa. I want to get married in LA.
That's not her husband.
That's not.
We'll have 2 weddings.
Oh. Okay.
He
got a big bank.
He said, yours.
This is my wedding.
Yeah. This is what I would like.
Oh my God. The day when Kyle gets engaged.
I pray for him. I pray that
I'm about to already be saving.
I pray for that man. I'm going to pray for him as hard as I pray for Taylor. Like, I'm going to pray.
Even a little harder.
So hard for Kyle's husband. Yeah, I hope you guys pray for mine because I be driving Zach absolutely nuts. The other day I looked at him and I said, do you still like me?
You know what's so crazy?
Love me.
When I look at Ace, when Ace comes over, there's times where I'd be like, Cheyenne. But it's crazy because I'll be looking at Ace and I'm like, damn it, Zach. Damn it, Zach. Like, I've known Zach for...
God damn it, Zach.
It's like...
No, because it's
16 years.
It's been... Yes, it's been a long time. So...
yeah,
it's great. It's great.
I'm happy we checked in. I feel like we haven't checked in in a while on like co-parenting or like personal life stuff. Does anyone have advice or WTFs for this week?
Take the time to heal. Prioritize that shit.
Look at Kyle.
No, because I
coming last time.
No, because I knew I wanted to open myself to be able to date. And it's like, after I had the farming pilot, I was like, you should not date when you are not in the right state because you will hurt yourself in the process and you can hurt other people. Like, unknowingly, unwittingly. Like, I should have never been outside. And I took myself back in real quick after that.
That's probably part of your healing.
Yeah. Take
like that.
Make that your priority so that when you are ready to enter again, like,
you're ready.
You're solid.
My advice is to run your own race.
Ooh, I like that too.
I think that it's so easy to get caught in the comparison of everyone else's things or lifestyle or cars or schools or whatever, especially with social media or what their relationship looks like. Why doesn't my relationship look like that?
Yeah.
And
it's not always real.
Yeah, and I think I've really been trying to instill in myself to run my own race. I can't keep up all the time with what so-and-so is doing, and maybe I have to say no to this trip, and maybe I can't buy this bag, but my kid goes to a bomb-ass school, and I love my house.
Yeah.
And the other day, somebody left me a comment and was like, damn, you drive an old-ass Jeep. And I'm like, yeah.
like so what?
Like,
and
I realized that I was so comfortable saying yeah because I'm really trying to put in my head, like, I'm running my own race. You know,
it's so important.
I just think that other people just sometimes need to hear run your own race, and it's okay.
I feel like you've mentioned contentment, being more content.
Yeah.
So
That's so important to say that especially during like the times that we live in, social media wise. So yeah. My advice is trust in God's journey and trusting in his journey and renewing your mind. Continue to renew your mind with God and all those things. I feel like this beginning of this year, I've really felt God's journey and trusting his things that he keeps putting in front of me. And I really am putting myself to that this year and renewing my mind. And I think it's so important.
We're killing it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in this week to Think Loud Crew podcast. As always, you can follow us on Think Loud Crew on Instagram and on YouTube. And our event is
next week.
This weekend. This Friday.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
Right?
I hope you guys are excited. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Friday. So if you have not gotten your ticket, get your ticket.
Because we want to see you there.
Gotten your ticket, we'll see you on Friday.
We'll see you Friday.
And also, wait.
Dress
Dress cute.
Dress cute in your cute little
let's get cute
outfits, and we're excited to mingle with you guys.
I'm so excited.
I really want to have a Soul Train
Friday. I don't. Okay, but you could do you. And you can follow me at Shy Not Shy.
You can follow me at Arkaya Lynn.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shannon C.
And as always, don't forget to tell your crew about our crew.
And you can listen to us on your favorite podcast platform or watch us on YouTube.
And don't forget to comment and do all your things.
Yes. And do all your things.